All right. Well, yeah. Wait. That's it. I gotta get some glasses. Hold on. I
wonder if you have glasses so you can see the damn screen. Really? Yeah. Oh, but you didn't mention that part. Yeah. And so they, because they were only this big by this big, but by having that curved view, they could see a lot more panoramic. All right, that makes sense. Out of a little tiny hole, yeah.
It's always better to have a smaller opening on the tank.
Yeah.
Going through than a big one like that.
Welcome to my world.
Now I can see. Yeah, it was like 6 years old.
In the half, yeah.
Oh, I can see now. I don't know what.
Oh, you can do all sorts of little tweaks to it.
Size. Oh, metal size.
It's actually fairly straightforward. Oh. Basically, you make memory stick. You install the memory stick on the side.
And that's what Oh, that's a scratch.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna apply. Yeah, we're gonna
Hey,
apply.
wait.
Oh, yeah, we already tried to reapply one. We're gonna try it with my way of changing the mantra.
So what generation is this MacBook Pro 11? Why do they have these? Why don't these match?
I know. That was a little more straightforward. But what are we doing for your laptop, Rachel? We have all these big brains working on it right now.
It's like chocolate, because it's unsupported.
Yeah,
I kind of forget that sometimes. Like,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
not
because
your
they work.
laptop.
They actually run pretty quick. Dude, my MacBook Air 11 was still just smoking.
Yeah. And like you say, yeah, right now it's raw, but even raw, like it's crystal fucking clear. Yeah. It's tiny, but it's crystal fucking clear.
All right. So we got an unknown display. So I wonder if we can just inject some display.
So that may be an idea.
Because you wouldn't see it before.
Yeah, there we go. I think that was like 205.
I think that was the whole thing when I bought it. The Air has a basic screen.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wait. Oh, you asked that. Oh.
We'll keep playing. Let's start the show.
All right. Yeah, all right. Here we go. Live from the 6th floor basement of the Guys, Games, and Beer Towers, it's the Guys, Games, and Beer Show with the Gutter Geeks.
Yeah!
Hey, how's it going, all? Man. Hey, I got my old man glasses on. I'm ready to go.
That's right.
As a side point, I
This one
do
too.
recommend the D&D movie.
All right.
Was it good?
Was it
It
good?
was fun. It
Really?
Was, yeah. It's fun.
Okay, I was, they've done D&D movie before.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed. I saw it.
Oh, you seen it too?
Yeah, it was way better than I thought.
Okay, is it at the theaters right now, or is that?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
near the
theaters.
trail end,
All
probably.
right. Yeah. It probably is at the trail end, but
Here's
1 to 2 times a day.
yeah.
One of those.
But it was kind of along the lines of the Brendan Fraser mummy movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just funny and action and
Okay.
Is that why people get all pissy about it?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no! There's
Those
been,
things.
been a spill. That's probably number 277 this year. There we go.
That was
Okay.
not nearly as aggressive as the one beer.
Right.
Here we go. We got the
And it was
action.
Came out of
every
our
beer in the
eyeballs
six-pack.
and our ears.
It wasn't one. It was
All
every
right.
beer in the six.
So hey, Rob.
All right, so ready? There's something we gotta do. We gotta do this.
Ba-da-ba.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, beer cord. So,
So we got something from our buddies at Mobcraft again tonight.
hey, this looks good. This is like very Wisconsin.
This is very Wisconsin.
Wisconsin can.
So it is an all-you-can-eat fish fry rye.
Oh my.
Lager with caraway seeds.
Like the rye bread.
Yeah, like the rye bread
Fish
you
fry,
always
right.
get with your fish
so,
fry.
So this is not going to taste like fish, thank God.
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That was my first thought when I saw the can. Was like, oh,
I didn't think that. Yeah, in fact, looking at the, I almost want to say that we've had this before.
we had this discussion.
Everybody,
He had it up
everybody
north.
keeps saying that.
But I don't want to say it's Mobcraft. I want to say we had a beer before that was supposed to complement fish fries.
Right, with that had caraway in it.
Yeah, and that, yeah, I mean, it was, that's just.
I
thought
actually
it
have
was-
had this
yeah.
before. I'm 100% sure I've had.
Yeah.
So,
It's like we either had this or we had another fish fry beer. It was
Yeah,
just
I
like,
don't see a description on the can at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lager with caraway seeds.
True. That is kind of sums it up. Well, let's see. Let's try a lager with caraway seeds.
And look, there's a deer drinking beer.
It's Wisconsin.
Oh, the bottom just says cod, walleye, perch, coleslaw, potato, pancakes, and bread.
That's a
That
fish
pretty
fry.
much sums it up.
So-
What your options are.
Wisconsin is known for our fish fries. That and fish boils.
Yeah, you know, I was a little surprised when I was doing some traveling that they're like, like not just during the Lenten season. I'm like, no, all year long.
Thank you. That's right. We have a fish fry every
There's
Friday
always
night.
fish fry.
It's like Wisconsin's almost pre-planned. Your Fridays are fish fries. Your Sundays are hot ham and rolls.
But that is a very Wisconsin thing. Is a Friday night
Right.
fish fry.
Are you getting in on this
I
or
can't-
not?
Yeah,
I
I'm
do-
gonna get in.
I do not smell any of the caraway,
Yeah, I don't smell anything.
which I'm not unhappy about. I don't.
I
Think
don't
it's,
smelling fish.
Well,
Also-
it's supposed to
also
smell
a
Is that
good
like
thing.
a caramely?
smells like a lager.
Yeah. Caraway's not too.
Ooh. Okay.
So, what I'm going to say it now, and I've had this before, and to me, it tastes just like you're eating rye bread.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not getting that.
I get it totally.
You get the
It-
caraway real heavy? No, I just
get
had some
the-
really
not
sweet.
heavy, but to me, it tastes like you're eating rye bread.
I'm gonna wait for like halfway through to kind of
You
figure
know,
out if it
yeah.
starts taking that
So
away.
here's the
and
thing: we drink aquavit, so you want to. That's rye bread in the glass.
That's true.
So compared to something like an aquavit, this is nothing. But
No.
so far,
Well,
so
maybe
far.
it's a light.
Not
rye
as strong,
bread.
yeah.
It's It
Okay,
tastes
now
like
I'm
dinner
beginning
rolls.
to get a little of the caraway on the back.
Yeah.
It's
It's like it's washing that away.
yeah.
Did you say caraway and then you said it's going that way?
No,
Did you just
caraway.
say that?
No, I
I'm
just said
pretty-
caraway on the
Oh.
back.
Caraway.
It's washing that
Take
away.
me away.
Would that be an alliteration?
That would be an alliteration.
Oh my. Oh my.
See, I love the fact that the deer is actually just a head on the wall being given a beer.
Yeah.
Oh, with this.
That's a
With
very
a
Wisconsin
straw.
thing too.
Well, that's kind of like something we don't do here, but you know, it's the only way you can drink.
For you animal lovers, that deer is just poking its head through the wall.
That's right.
Wisconsin bar thing.
The rest of the body's just hanging out there.
On the side,
It's
right.
like-
Rotting away.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, there's nothing to worry about here.
All right, now let's go down the line. Party cooler?
To me, it feels a little too heavy to be party cooler beer. I don't know, even though it's a lager and it's only 5%, it's like it comes out to me. It just that's how it feels. I don't know, it's just a little too heavy to.
I'm gonna agree. It's for a lager. It's kind of heavy for a lager.
Yeah, this
It's
isn't like a
got a very malty,
party beer.
very malty flavor.
That's
to it.
probably
That's
part
It
of
is
it.
malty. It is malty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more malt. That's what. Right, not
That's
caramel.
probably
It's,
it. Yeah.
it's not caramel. It's malty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's molasses.
All right.
But
Party
I
cooler?
enjoy it. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm gonna do it. When it's 90 degrees, I probably wouldn't want to drink it. But
No,
anyway,
yeah.
Yeah.
During the year, it seems pretty good that I
All
grab
right.
it.
All right. Party cooler?
Yeah, I'm not sure in a party cooler. I think I like it,
No.
but the heaviness, and if I'm just gonna have a couple extra, maybe for my first one.
All right, Rob, party cooler.
You know what? I would party cooler this. Why the hell not? You know?
I'm going to agree. I actually would grab this out of the party cooler. I like you. It wouldn't be my only choice for the day.
Yeah.
I might do one or two,
It's a good
kind
alternate,
of break
though,
it
right?
up.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't just drink this all night long out of the party cooler. I'd look for other things in the party
Right,
cooler as I
right.
go because it's like you said, it's kind of heavy.
It's too heavy for like
Yeah.
just a summer day beer.
Right, where you're just drinking all day.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, ordering it at the
Right.
pub.
Well, that's
Probably
where it's
shouldn't be
different.
drinking
Yeah, it's
all
like
day.
at nighttime if I'm eating something. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I like the pairing. They put the pairing suggestion smack dab right there on their label.
There you go.
Cod, walleye, or perch, along with like some slice of rye bread, some
I
cool
was
sauce, some
wondering,
potato pancakes or fries or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
you know.
Is
Little
it too on the
pancakes,
nose?
Hey guys. Yeah, no, it might be a little bit too much on the nose. It really
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do imagine how it tastes.
Are we in time for beer?
Why, yes, you are. So here,
Hey,
Ooh.
try that one.
how's it going?
All right. So
What do we got?
you ordering at the pub?
Yeah, it'd be a good.
Give that a
for
try and I'll
meal,
get back to
for
you on
meal.
this.
Yep. Crack it open.
All right. So yeah. All right.
Yes, I would order this at the pub. Yeah.
Yeah. Rob, pub.
Sure. Why the hell not?
All right.
So
So
I do think part of it is that
Sure.
I would like this with some food, like if I had some fries and stuff that I'm noshing on.
Yeah.
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 It would probably pair better with food. Yeah.
You know, in all honesty, I do really now want to try this with
Yeah.
a fish fry. So yeah, I would order at the pub. If I was at a pub on a Friday night having a fish fry, I'd order this to go with it.
Yeah.
Cheesy
All right.
fries.
Well, let
or
me go.
curds or something,
I'm going to
yeah.
jump back. I'm going to jump back now. So now that you've sipped it a little bit.
Oh wait, they're
Okay.
in the no cameras.
Yeah, they got here. We got to slide over. We have some special guests on the show tonight.
We're always
Is that-
Bring that chair. Just
Oh,
bring
yeah,
that chair
yeah.
over here.
No, is that seat within camera?
here.
Yeah, we'll
Well,
Hey,
camera
hey,
too.
hey.
Oh, I got it right here.
there you go.
There.
Right there. Now you're on. Now you're good. Okay, so
Wait. We gotta do cam 2. There we go.
Yeah.
Camera
Dallas
one.
cam.
It's a Dallas cam.
Camera one. Camera two. Camera
There's
one.
Dallas.
Like you're at a stadium, you know.
that's right. So all right. So let me start the question. Would you
Now
grab it out
start
of the party
kissing
cooler?
yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
I've tried.
Because it's one of those things where it's not a
Do
dark
that now.
beer, but it tastes darker.
Yeah, that was Dallas's first comment on it. All right. How about you? You grabbing it out of
Oh
the party
yeah,
cooler?
absolutely. I'm a dark beer, and that
Alright.
that flavor.
But could you
That's
taste the
that's-
caraway seeds.
I don't.
And the
love
thing is,
caraway.
I'm not a caraway fan, but I would still I'd be okay if I grabbed this out of a
I don't get a
cooler.
lot of caraway out of it. Okay, you're at the pub.
Sure.
All right,
Yeah.
and ordering at the
I'm
pub.
definitely
Yeah.
thinking the fish fry.
But yeah, definitely with a fish fry and some cheese curds or something. Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So you'd order at the pub too.
I think so.
All
I'd
right.
give it a shot.
All right.
I'd order one.
Again, it's.
I feel like you're judging, even paying attention. He's like mind melter over there.
Hey, look. There's a new version of
doing
Open
his own
Court.
thing.
There's a new version of Open Court. It's totally gonna fix this.
Okay, all right. Let's find out.
I don't think it's gonna fix this.
I don't
but,
think so.
I'm
Oh
gonna
no.
tell you.
I think the problem is the Ventura Upstate that she put
I
out there
think
is
so.
Is
It
too
doesn't have the
new.
drivers
Right,
for
that
it.
Open Court doesn't
Yeah.
have drivers for it
Oh,
yet.
they haven't updated Open Court.
Not in a while.
They
no.
just did though.
They just did.
When?
So
I'm
maybe
pulling one right now.
Well, when did they update it?
I don't know. It just went
Wednesday.
from 4 to
Okay.
6.
Oh, that's quite newer than I had on there. Okay,
Hey.
all right. Sorry, guys, we're doing Mac Talk, and again, Rachel,
Yeah.
this is all because you dropped this thing off to me yesterday.
Well, we'll
You
just
know?
make sure this guy edits all this stuff out. We're
One
not
of
gonna-
my grad students updated. We had Ventura on here, the newest Mac OS, and
Yeah.
we had done Open Core to it to get it to work with this laptop because it's like a 9-freaking-year-old Macintosh, but it worked.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Ventura popped up. Hey, do you want to update? And
Oh.
she did.
Oh no.
Which-
it's like no.
Thank you. Which
Don't
broke,
Mac-
which broke everything.
Everything.
Always does.
You want to update your PC with this virus?
Yeah, basically, yeah. So all right. Well, let's go. Let's pass verdict. Not pass verdict. Let's see how everybody feels about it. I gotta say, again, I'm not getting a bunch of the caraway, but I still like the flavor.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you could have a touch more caraway.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll
I
make
really
it
do.
right.
It says it here. I didn't. It wasn't like hitting me, but
Brown bread.
It's like,
What
That's what this is reminding of. It's reminding me of not quite pumpernickel, but that nice, rich, kind of sturdy brown bread that you would get.
Again, said light.
Okay, a light rye. It's a light rye.
Light
Okay,
rye.
I'll give you a light rye.
Yeah.
Well, like I said,
Yeah.
it's not a dark beer.
Okay.
It's just darker.
It's a dark liquid.
You know,
All right.
like beefsteak.
So
bread.
guys, let's see how this one does. All right.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Easy.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was an easy one.
Yeah.
Again, so here's the thing about Mobcraft. You know, they like to work with a lot of weird recipes, but they are always good about their execution because they're generally doing smaller batches, and you know they've got a lot of talent in their brewing pool. So they do a good job.
I
Surprisingly,
wonder if they got a.
not getting anything on the back end like bitter.
Oh,
I would
there's-
expect to get a bitter like bite at the end, and
no,
I'm not. That's
there's-
okay.
Yeah.
Just stay sweet.
Stays nice.
I wonder if Mobcraft
Yeah,
because
take
they
that.
experiment a lot. Is there like
Same one.
stuff they
Yeah,
never
you're thinking I
produced
remember
because
it
it was
like
terrible,
5 minutes
like
ago.
as they were just experimenting away.
Oh, we shouldn't have made
So-
this much of this.
Yeah, like so I take a
There
lot
goes.
of pictures,
Yeah.
and like if I take 200
Other
pictures,
stuff that's gonna scare
there'll be
you.
50
Did you,
that are
did you watch
good.
that video that
you
I
know?
linked to you about that guy that made a super?
No, I haven't had a chance yet.
You gotta watch
I'll
that.
take a
look
video.
at it.
All right, so
Beer.
hey, Judge Rob, let's go ahead and pass verdict on
Distracted
Mobcraft.
Joe Drob.
All you can
Yes.
eat fish fry rye.
Okay, on the charge of unnecessary punniness, I find you very, very guilty.
Very
And
guilty.
sentence you to
Drinking!
hell yeah, that's some good shit.
It's really not bad. You know, it's growing
Yeah.
on me. Again, but I almost
It does. It grows on you after a bit. Yeah.
Like
I
a
wish there was
fungus.
a touch
So
more
sort of like a
caraway,
nice little
actually.
fungus.
Pretty much the story of our life. So, hey,
One more time.
guests, introduce yourselves. We're just working on fixing Rachel's Macintosh.
Hi, everybody. Good to be back. I am Heather. This is Scott. We are 2/3 of Pick Up and Go games, but recently we have ventured out because life is more than just games, at least company-wise.
Bullshit.
I know.
Well, ish.
Life is more than that. So we had to expand. So Scott and I now also run Geeks Unplugged. We are on YouTube. Unbelievably, we are on YouTube and TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
In your copious spare time.
In our copious spare time, we have taken to do game hunting, talking about movies and books and TV shows and all things geek and gaming. And
You
it's
missed
been a
D&D
blast.
talk. D&D talk about the movie.
Oh, we
Oh,
did.
yeah.
No, we did. Our first video, we actually did talk about the D&D movie.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
I
Actually.
meant
So
on
you've
this
seen
show
it?
today.
Oh yes,
Yeah, yeah.
we
And?
saw it.
We saw it way before everybody
Yeah.
else actually.
Yeah,
And?
we saw. We were on the Prime, that Prime preview day.
The-
so we got
the-
to see it then.
Having
I
played,
remember it.
having played D&D since I was 12, I
was good.
easily describe the movie as
I should've put my
great for non-gamers, non-RPG role players,
better for
and
D&D
and for
players.
all your gamers out there. There's enough tricks and little secrets and hidden Easter
Oh, they put
eggs.
enough Easter eggs.
Easter
Oh
eggs
my
and all
God,
that
it
sort of
is
stuff to
packed
keep you
full,
interested.
yes.
The story's great. The actors do a great job.
It-
I easily
It's
give it A- B+.
Wow.
You know
okay.
what? You know what? They
Better
it's
than
been
that
out a
bullshit they
bit,
tried in 2000.
I know.
It's
We're
been
talking
out a
about-
Not as
bit,
good as the cartoon.
and I have to say, wait,
Cartoons got special
they
places though.
they sneak those characters
They
in.
do
They
actually.
do.
They do. It's an Easter egg. You gotta look for them though.
But there's more than that.
Don't do that. Don't now you ruin that for me.
Well, now you
Spoiler
know the
alert.
world. You know,
Larry didn't do the spoiler alert trigger. But-
Really?
And speaking
Actually, I was
of,
trying to.
Apparently,
shush,
She'll edit
you
it
be
out.
quiet right now.
All right.
You be quiet right now. So, two things. One, since we were talking about the D&D movie, I brought something very special to share with the class. And two, because today is Scott, the Retro Knight's birthday.
Yeah!
So, this is a project that you and I have been trying to get done for 4 years now.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Because we started this talk pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
So I decided I was just gonna bring it hand it off to you. So when you have your time,
In my copious spare time.
hey, we can get it. It can eventually get done, because otherwise it's not going to.
I agree. So it's the way to do it.
4 or 5 years ago, Scott was out.
more like about 6 or 7.
I think we were
We were at Gen Con when I bought that.
something like that. No, that was MGC.
Nope, it was
All right.
it was at Gen Con. I bought
So-
it from the booth from the guy that ran a gaming store in Mount Pleasant, Illinois.
Okay, so he found this, and there's hopefully with a wonderful help of
This
our
is good.
lovely esteemed G2B crew here, we'll have a light box put behind this to celebrate.
Woohoo!
I know.
Oh, yeah. You know,
The Dungeons and Dragons Tower of
So what's
Doom
the plan, to
video
make it a light
game.
box?
I
Gonna
love
make a
those
light
games.
box.
That was the idea, is that I always wanted to be able to put a light box behind this and frame it and hang it up and such like that. But I just never got the time. I'm not necessarily good at that. My soldering skills fucking suck.
This is.
I'm working on it, but they suck.
It's in great condition. We've
It's
had
in
on
beautiful condition.
It is in very good
the G-
condition.
I actually thought that might be a repro.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
this
no.
is the original.
Yeah.
This is
The story
original.
behind this is Heather and I were at Gen Con, I don't know, 2014, 15 or something like that.
Beautiful condition,
And
actually.
And I ran into this vendor. He had some old Planescape modules, and I was like, "Oh, I like this stuff." He's like, "Oh, you used to play Planescape?" I was like, "Yeah, years ago." And I was like, "That was my dungeon right there, all Planescape." And he goes, "Oh,
yeah,
okay."
yeah,
And then I was like, "I'm not sure if I'm going to be around. You got a card?" And he hands me his card. I went, "Mount Pleasant, Illinois. I live in Rockford." And he goes, "You've never heard of my store?" And I went, "No, I've never heard of your store."
What,
And he
you
goes,
advertise?
That's amazing." So we kind of chit chat about that for a bit. And then I started looking through some old modules, and then I looked up and I went, "How much for that?" Because just seeing like the first top of it, I knew exactly what it was. And he goes, "I got that in trade yesterday. I don't know. Make me an offer." And I went, 50. And he goes, "If you'd have said anything less, I'd have said no. 50. And I went, "Deal, let's do this." So I had to haul it back to the car right there because I didn't want anything to happen to it.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
All
out
right.
of curiosity, why did you say you need soldering skills for?
I don't
need a lottery box.
know. I've never done light bars. or
So
anything.
so for mine, what I did, it was a very, really simple
I tagged
design.
in the first part.
Sounds like he wants to do it now.
I just
Here you go, Larry.
I just made a box. I just made a wooden box
Yeah,
and
Alright.
with grooves
yeah.
and the right size, so I put it in, and then the back is just cardboard, and on the bottom I put just a fluorescent bar,
Mhm.
and then the cardboard is lined with aluminum to make it shine the whole box,
Let's see, now
and it
tells us.
works pretty well.
Well,
So
anyways.
that one's a little larger, so you might have to
Yeah.
Well,
do
you
a
see,
top and a bottom.
that was the
but-
problem with
Yeah,
Heather.
you're
Yeah.
definitely gonna have to do a top
Yeah.
and bottom.
Yeah.
That was the
You have to
problem
do
with
both
Heather
points.
trying to keep
Yeah.
this as a surprise.
I don't know if
because
you
we
use
walked
the
out of the
aluminum.
house and she's got this thing,
No.
and I
Nothing
went,
to see here.
no, and I went,
There.
I went, wait a minute, that's 27 inches by 18 inches.
And with LEDs, you got
That's-
Well, that's why I use
That's
fluorescent.
my marquee.
fluorescents work better.
So
They really
we-
do.
Yeah,
There's
we-
only one thing in my house that has this dimension.
Yeah.
So.
So after
Ba-ba-ba-da!
4 plus
Victory.
See, I
years.
told you I'd take the big brains.
Yay! After
Victory.
4 plus
So-
years,
Just the open.
I am bringing this
He-
up,
the
and
new
probably
version
by
of
the
the
end of
car-
it had
this
to
year,
inject
you will actually have
The driver.
this
Driver.
that'd
It
be
wasn't
great.
in
in a
there,
light
so
box
I rejected it.
for your
Nice.
All right,
whatever.
shut that
color.
down.
I'm going to. We'll actually get onto
Let's
the
get
show.
some focus
Well, this-
back in
I'm
there.
not gonna lie, this is what I've been playing. Okay, hey, that's a
I
nice
love it.
segue, Rob, to what we're talking
Ladies
about
and gentlemen,
tonight.
there is actually a show here.
There is. There's How to Fix Your Mac. Now we're done with that shit.
How to fix your Mac,
And
run
you
undergrad,
didn't even
break.
share how to
Yep.
or what was wrong. So it's about the
True.
worst
It could be
version.
the subtitle of tonight's
Painfully
episode.
true.
that you've ever seen.
It's one of the videos like, well, we had a problem, and now
Anyway,
it works.
happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks, man. That was very
I mean,
informative.
that
of
It's
you.
a
exact
very
problem.
detailed description in the video.
So, Rob, seeing as I've been playing with that,
Let's see like Lincoln.
what's the show really about?
All right. Hey, we're gonna talk about what we've been playing. It's been probably about 3 months since we've done what we've been playing.
Yeah, we've had so much stuff going on in the
I feel
show.
like it's been 3 years since we've done what you're playing.
No, we do it whenever we're lazy. I mean, it's us.
Wait,
Scott's a
isn't
leg.
that a lot?
What?
Scott's just a leg and an arm.
You're
Stop.
a leg and an arm.
It's a Scott leg.
Wait. We're gonna fix that.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too far, Rob. Too
Oh,
far.
there we go.
Ah!
Now you're.
Now we want to bridge.
Back a little bit.
No,
Back a little
just
bit.
the leg.
Right there.
There we go.
Here,
We'll edit
Here,
this out
just
too,
get
I'm
that.
sure.
Ah, yeah.
All right.
There we go. Guys,
Now
get some
remember,
beer.
every word of this
Classy
has
as
been
always.
scripted.
Good thing we're not
We've
on Twitch
memorized
now.
with stage
Yeah.
directions.
This
Right.
was on Twitch, they would have told you to do something else.
I could turn on our Twitch.
No, not yet. All right, so
And the shiny button.
the shiny Twitch button.
Yeah.
All right, so who wants to start out tonight?
I'll start.
All right, Larry, you can start. What have you been playing?
I've actually been playing.
Wait, can we get our?
I would call it a hybrid of RPG and board gaming. I've been playing Gloomhaven with a group.
Okay.
Yeah. So it comes in a big, huge box.
87 pounds.
87 pounds. So I think it's about $4,000 to buy.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
the weight to cost ratio apply on Gloomhaven.
Oh yeah.
All right.
It for sure does. Yeah.
4,000 hours and 8,000 pieces.
Yeah. Well, it's.
I mean, the box is massive. I mean,
It is a massive
ridiculous.
box. It is a
Ridiculous.
massive box. And,
It's a
but
great game, though.
it really plays well, and it plays well for like time slots. So
Right.
we've been playing about 3-4 hours. And that really covers about one section, one little episode, you might say, or something like that. And then, you can just go on to the next one. And then it also works well. One of the things that has worked out pretty well, because I've been going a lot, is that you don't have to wait for everyone to be there to continue the campaign.
Right.
You can just continue the campaign without them. Without whoever didn't show up.
Right.
The GM or DM is kind of handled by mechanics. So there's like cards to handle the mechanics, of what the bad guys do.
Right. So you
And
don't
then,
need the
right,
general.
and it's a fixed storyline, so it's kind of like Hero Quest, if you remember that.
Yeah.
Where it's a pretty fixed storyline, but there's lots of side quests and offshoots, so you can, like, in fact, one of the common treasures is you will win a side opportunity, right? So then you can do something else,
Right.
Which is kind of good. Obviously, there's expansion stuff. Now, the group that I'm playing with have already gone through it once, and so like the design of the game is that as you go through it, like cards will get upgraded and there'll be little stickers that you'll use to upgrade the cards and stuff like that. Well, if you played it again, those stickers are still in the cards.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
No.
and, so it's I don't know about the replayability.
Yeah.
It's working for us. It's been a while since they played it, and I never played it, so it kind of, and we just accept that. Okay, that's an upgraded card, and we're just gonna.
It's gonna stay upgraded.
It's gonna stay upgraded. Screw it. We're just gonna,
No.
I mean, we could say ignore that, but then it'd be hard to track when we should not ignore that. Because at a certain point you would actually get it. The other thing that's kind of different about it is that you don't stay the same character all the time. So there's this I don't know, I'm going to call it retirement clause. So there's like a goal that your character starts with. And when you've reached that goal for that character retires.
Oh,
And then you pick a new character to continue playing on the quest. So that's
cool.
That's kind of a neat, mechanic. I haven't retired my character yet. I'm quite a ways off on it, but I've generally enjoyed it. I think plays well for. Like I said, if you only have that few hours a week kind of thing, it plays pretty well. It works into that kind of schedule. So.
Cool.
I like it.
Yeah, and again, I like games like that where you're not tied to the whole group has to be together. Because to be honest, we all know how that.
Who wants to hang with our friends?
How well that
wait.
works out.
Yeah.
No, wait, but when it comes to gaming,
The toughest part of any game is getting the group together on
Yeah.
a regular basis.
well, that's it. Everybody's got shit going on, so that's really cool.
Yeah,
And then every time the group gets together, then the party splits up.
Yeah.
And the GM goes,
Yeah. Got you all in the same freaking room, and you can't stay together on a bleeding adventure.
all right,
Especially when they
Here
go
we
three
go.
different directions.
Yeah.
To be
I'll get
fair,
6 new
half
character
of us
sheets
will
ready.
go to the bar halfway through too. If
That's
it's
true,
any 4-hour quest means several of us will split off and go.
Now
to
there
the
is a digital version of it. I haven't played it. I do wonder, like, oh, what is that? Just something to be able to do it online with a group, or
I would assume so.
I'm not really sure.
I'm gonna have to check into that actually because it does sound kind of cool.
Yeah, I like it. I like the environment, the storylines, the characters, the drawings and stuff.
Pre-roll
Very
characters?
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
So, I imagine you can get cards that boost certain abilities on
Yeah,
your character. So.
yeah, but
All right.
it's easy to get in and out of.
Yeah. I love games like that. All right. Ryan, how about you?
Sure. What was it? When did I get my Vita? 4 years ago? 5?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna be.
So,
is it gonna
it's
be
been a
meeting?
while. Well, kind of, but not.
Okay, well, continue.
So, I was looking
Love
at what
Vita's
games
the
to buy
best.
for the Vita, like things that were impressive or whatever. And one of the games I saw was called Axiom Verge. And then I noticed the price is really high for the Vita. But at that same time, I noticed it was available for the Switch. So I had bought the Switch version of Axiom Verge 2, which is a Metroidvania style game developed by one guy or whatever.
Really?
And then a few years ago, Verge 2 came out, and I kind of, because I was already behind on the game, so when it became available as a physical Switch purchase,
Yeah.
I bought it, and there it sat on the shelf, like most of my Switch games. But when was it?
What do you have? 20 unopened.
Ish.
Oh, Jesus!
So can we say that the general gameplay pattern here is it's available on the Vita. That's where I learned about it. Oh, it's probably on the Switch for about a quarter of the price. I'm gonna buy it for the Switch.
Yeah.
So and I'm gonna put it on my shelf. See that sees through the pattern here.
So, Axiom Verge 2 follows the similar gameplay of the first one. It's very Metroid style, like you're upgrading your characters, you go along, you get more health, you get more, like, I don't know what they call, like, the special power bar.
Right.
So you're constantly finding those things, and it's got enough of you search an area, you find where you need to go next, and then a lot of the backtracking back to, like, find things you couldn't when you didn't have the special jump or the thing that makes you get higher or lower or through walls or all those kind of things. So
Get higher?
well,
We're in Wisconsin. It's not legal here.
Not yet.
so
They're from
We're working on
Illinois.
it.
It's legal there.
Yeah.
but apparently these games are only like meant for like 10 hours, and I'm not that kind of gamer anymore. I'm like 10 hours in, and I think I'm 50% through. Because I
What
do a
do you
lot.
think this is? Final Fantasy 3?
I do a lot of like. I've been here. Why
My
can't I get
stamina.
past? You look at the map and you're like, why can't I get past the spot? It's got to be something. I probably just forgot to do something. And I go back and it's like, oh yeah, it's the whole locked door thing that I can't get through. That I have no way to get
fucking
through.
key.
And I've noticed a lot of things are not the key. It's you have to get around to that spot, and then when you open it, that's how you get through back to the old areas. So it's almost like a lot of times you're not like. It seems like really easy to get to the dot that's blinking on your screen if you went through this door, but there's no way you're going to get through that door until you go
All the way around.
all the way around with some other kind of path that gets you the special thing that you would need, and then you eventually get to that spot and then realize, oh, now I'm back in the main area of the map again. And it just keeps expanding, like it just. And it's got this one kind of has a neat map overlay element to it, which I'm trying to think which game did that recently. So you kind of are almost like playing two characters that can, depending on which world you're in, like a parallel kind of.
That's kind of cool.
Like it's almost like you're a different character and you go through these portals, and then you can kind of notice that the maps do overlay.
Right.
So I'm at that point, which I think makes the game more challenging, because I'm sure it's like, so you get from point A to point B, not only do I have to be in this world, but I might have to also think about, do I do it from the other world?
In the other world as well. All right. That's kind of cool, actually.
And it's got the nice, 8-bit / 16-bit feel with like little graphical things that kind of fit with modern day stuff. So I'm enjoying the soundtrack too. When you hit different areas, you hear different music. So
Well, that's nice.
yeah, even like when you kind of like just walk through an area,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of hear like one fade out, and the next
Okay,
that area's music.
that's a
will
nice
pop
touch.
in.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Was there a Stranger Things game? Because I feel like that would be
Yeah,
one that would have a map.
Like an
that
upside down.
whole- yeah, that would
I
have.
think there was, but I
two
don't know if that, I don't know
maps,
if they
you know?
did that.
That'd be-
But this kind of follows the games that I enjoy because I remember I think the last one I finished was the Mummy Demaster, which is very much Metroidvania.
Yeah, good game.
Dead Cells I enjoyed a ton of.
Dead Cells is awesome.
And,
Yeah,
and
Dead
like
Cells is
all
great.
those kind of games, I think my mind just must recently think that I really like those platformers where you're going from throughout a whole
Metroidvania.
map, the Metroidvania.
That's what the genre's called.
I
Yeah.
wonder if they
Genres.
shouldn't
That's
start
probably
Yeah.
changing the rating system and make like a M for middle age,
like.
or like have a maximum age. You know, if you're over 30, you probably shouldn't be playing this game. This is way too much commitment.
Yeah, you have a life. You don't have time for this shit.
I did.
You
put
may
the
or may
game-
not have a
although
life,
I
but you
did
just
put
don't-
the game down for a
Don't
bit,
go
and I
yeah,
completely
I know.
forgot about like 3 of the moves, and I'm like, how did I get there before? And I'm like, what the heck? And then I did something. With,
Jump, twist.
I did something. I'm like, oh yeah, this character now has. We'll just say the grappling hook. I forgot that I had to. I forgot it was a thing I could do with the button combination.
Our next topic's gonna be games that we quit and had to restart because
We forgot
we
them.
forgot how to play it.
Well, there
That
is
happens
one
a lot.
one challenging effect because like most games now you just put any weapon in any
Well,
spot,
Right.
But because you can switch between your two
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
Oh.
The primary weapon normally you keep to one button, and then like secondary. And I went in there and I must have got a new weapon. I switched them. So now I'm like, something feels really weird about when I play as this character because now I have to use the main weapon with this button, but the secondaries.
You have to
I'm like-
relearn how to.
And I'm like,
Get
no,
your fingers to do
well,
what's
what,
supposed to do.
like, no, I accidentally flipped them.
Oh.
You know, like,
Oh,
and I'm like, I
Wait,
go back
why
in
is
there
this
and I'm
not
like,
working?
oh, I just have to like say this weapon in this slot and this one and this one, and I'm like, wait, now it feels better again because when I flip between the two, it's exactly where all the buttons should be.
There you
Right.
go.
The characters are mapped
Yeah.
the same.
I
So
can't
that's
change.
mine.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Dallas, I'll ask, what have you been playing and what are you playing?
Oh, you're moving to me now. Okay. Good
Yeah.
idea. Kind of hard to describe. It's 2 different things, but one segues into the other, kind of.
Yeah.
So I'm not really into a lot of newer games these days. I had a couple of new games I looked forward to this year, and both turned out to be flops. So you know that I'm like, well, that's how it usually
Save
goes.
those
and
for the turkey episode.
Yeah,
I
really.
probably well, they weren't quite flops, but more like they didn't turn out as hard as great as I imagined them to be. So you know that's usually my expectations for new games these days. You know, maybe there's 1 or 2 that surprise me, but I keep going back to the old shit. Despite having a newer computer, I'm always going back to the old Bethesda titles. Even though you know everybody hates Bethesda and blah blah blah, including me, I love them at the same time for what they bring to the table. You know, especially with their like Elder Scrolls and Fallout games. So, 2 games I've been playing a lot of recently: Oblivion and New Vegas. So,
Okay.
I actually communicate with people on which ones? Oh, it's Elder Scrolls Oblivion,
Yeah, but New Vegas, you
and
said,
then
right?
Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah,
Ah.
so yeah, I'm a bit surprised about New Vegas, but continue.
Yeah. So,
Vegas is good though.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oblivion, yeah, I'm playing a mod pack called Oblivion Rebirth Plus, curated by a gentleman on Discord. I talk to him regularly, but he's brought in all these mods to pretty much fix up Oblivion and revamp the leveling system and everything else. You know, it's like Oblivion's well known for its broken leveling system, but he introduced mods that change over to a traditional, you know, do something, get experience,
Right.
you know, sort of system. I've been playing the hell out of that. I've got a couple hundred hours now into the current character I'm playing. Yeah, it's like a pure mage. I mean, you can play any sort of character you want in that game. But I decided to go just pure mage, a pure, you know, gold elf mage, and just destroys everything, anything it touches. Yeah, just no fast travel needed. I've boosted my attributes and my magic to the point where I can just fly around all of Cyrodiil and destroy anything I want. You know, and it's nothing. You know, it's honestly, yeah, nothing's hard in that game anymore. That in addition to New Vegas, there's actually a modding guide on the internet called Viva New Vegas. So if you
It's a
own,
good name.
yeah, it's called Viva New Vegas. So if you find it, I'll probably share a link later. Essentially, it's like it shows you exactly what mods you need to download and install and in what order in order to turn into like a remastered game. You know, something where everything's fixed and everything's better. So I did that. It's perfect. No problems with it. No crashes. No bullshit. You know, I've been playing the shit out of that lately. So that pretty much shows my gaming pattern lately. Is I've been more into those games and less into what the newest thing is, because I'm really not. Especially these days, you know, coming out of AAA companies, I'm not, and the AAA company practices, not going to go off that, you know, not going to go into, like, some sort of tangent like that, but, you know, if you're, you know, a reputed game developer, and you know, you're going to, like, make somebody pay their paycheck for the rest of their life, weekly, or if you're a card game developer, you're going to send literal Pinkertons over somebody to like get back.
Yeah, I read about
It's
that.
like, I don't want to give you my money, and I don't want to, you know, hear anything from anybody going, well, they made this cool thing, so I'm going to buy it. I'm sorry, but AAA developers are getting to the point where it's like, they have so much pull and sway, they know they can get away with anything because people don't care. You know, people care more about their, you know, where their entertainment comes from in the newest Mario game as opposed to their ethics. So, you know, I'm seeing the shit that I have. Yeah, exactly. So I'm seeing, and Bethesda's not any better either. You know, again, I'm one of their biggest critics, but again,
Love-hate relationship.
yeah, exactly. I'm one of their hugest critics, staunchest critics. However, at the same time, it's like, you know, it's
Why
like
can't I
that's
quit you?
exactly that's the thing. That's why I've been doing. So I'm looking at all the games I've been playing lately, like.
I want to resign.
Yeah.
Denied.
Skyrim, yeah, New Vegas, Fallout 3, you know, like Oblivion, Morrowind,
You are revisiting a lot of the classics.
Yeah.
Daggerfall, Daggerfall.
Wow.
So I'm running a fully modded Daggerfall instance right now, full of like everything that enhances the graphics, and top of survival mods. So it's one of those things where it's like, I really have to fucking roleplay it, and I really have to focus on my character. It's like, Daggerfall is really close to D&D compared to a lot of the older entries. In fact, it's like, the mechanics are based on D&D, and the story playing elements are based on Vampire Masquerade. So that's where, like, the original Elder Scrolls games, like Arena and Daggerfall come from. So, I've been playing shitloads of Daggerfall. Morrowind, Elder Scrolls Morrowind. Now, this is where it segues in my second part. So,
Did you jump a lot? No. Sorry.
I found out that
joke there.
Morrowind, I shared this on the group a little bit ago, that Morrowind can be modded and installed on an Android phone. So there's a program called OpenMW. You take your Morrowind instance, you put it on drop it on your phone, you install OpenMW, and you can put whatever mods you want. You know, you can have a fully modded Morrowind.
Really? On your
instance on
phone?
your phone.
Okay, that's freaking amazing.
So I decided to do that because I'm an Elder Scrolls freak. So at that point, I'm like, well, I can do two things, you know, to play is either I can pair my Xbox controller via Bluetooth to my phone and do it that way, or I can buy something to turn my phone into a Switch or whatever.
Which obviously you did.
Yeah, I did. So it's like, there's a couple choices, you know, like
Might want to switch the camera.
yeah, it's like
Oh.
there's a couple options out there. One of the most popular ones is called Kishi. A lot of people suggest that for a lot of Android users. They have a Kishi 2. That's about $100, but I've heard a lot of negative things about it, ranging from like buttons being extremely loud to like using Switch type Joy-Cons, where it's like there's a lot of problems with Switch Joy-Cons where there's drifts and a lot of problems with that. So a lot of people who use it, they just were steered away with that. However, there's a company called Backbone, and this is what I'm using, called Backbone.
Well, that's a
One.
backbone?
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's two different types of backbones.
Yeah,
There's
we're
Backbone
talking about
Android and Backbone iPhone. So at least for both major phone brands, they make that. So it's very brain dead simple. You just plug your phone in and that's it. It detects it as the Backbone 1. You can play whatever
Really?
mobile game you
Oh,
want.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, so it's like before this, I was under the impression that mobile games were Candy Crush and Pokemon Go, and that's it.
Yeah.
However, once I got this, and I was
I
like,
had to
okay,
take my phone's big.
yeah, that's the only thing. Is like certain. That's the only downside about is the covers and stuff.
Yeah,
like that for
I
certain
got a note.
phones.
I got a Note 1. I'd have to take my cover off. for it.
Yeah, that's
So-
probably it. Otherwise, without the
It
cover,
probably
fits
would
just
fit,
fine.
actually.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like that's what it
Actually, no,
covers.
Here,
Yeah.
try.
So yeah, a lot of
There's
brands
one
of,
sold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot
Maybe.
of brands of phones can fit it. You know,
New
at least for
toy.
the Android
It's-
and the
it's
the
also a
iPhone.
workout
What?
device.
New toy?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
got everything you need. It's got shoulder buttons, like all that. Everything on a traditional game controller these days.
Well, and again, the fact that it just recognizes it and goes, and you don't have to program. All right, this button does this.
You don't have to-
This
yeah.
button does that. I hate.
Exactly. You don't have to do that. Just to
It's
text
my
it
secret
immediately.
haggis recipe.
That's
Right.
And it
nice.
should, you know, considering the price point, and that's one thing I was kind of like kind of iffy about. It's like, well, they're selling the Kishi ones for about $50 now. They dropped the price on that. Meanwhile, things like the Backbone,
Oh, does
this
it fit
one's
the
about-
charge port too?
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
that's
Yeah, it
nice.
Yeah, it
should
plugs
fit
in,
like
huh?
that, and so therefore, as
Oh,
you
there you
see,
go.
it
Oh,
turns
look at
your
that.
phone into a switch.
So then is it using the charge
Off
port
camera.
for rather than like
Right.
I got a decent sized
It
phone.
has
It's like
pass-through,
it's as
so
long as
it-
a dollar bill or so, and it fit it just
Yeah,
fine. But I had to take the
exactly.
cover off. So,
Yeah, that's the only downside. Is like maybe the cover, depending on the.
so one size fits most.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a cover or pop friendly device. That's the only downside here, but it doesn't really fold up either. But that's okay because you know I got like there's a third party case called by Gutter Geek. Fits it perfectly. And on top of that, it came with these neat little thumbstick covers.
Oh,
I like those. I
The
use
thumbsticks are good enough. They have enough traction.
Right.
They're fine with them. However, it was just a little bonus getting these because they add even more traction
Yeah.
to these things. So it's like I can sit there and play Elder Scrolls Morrowind, you know, and sit there and you know actually play a full Elder Scrolls game on my fucking phone without you know
Okay, that's pretty
without any
freaking
sort
awesome,
of issue. So
actually.
it's like, and then I look through the Play Store, finding they have a mobile version of Dead Cells, mobile version of Symphony of the Night, Terraria, Minecraft, all those like Steam games that you're used to that they're actually making Android ports of. Pretty much anybody else would be like, well, how do you play that? Phone, you know, screen controls.
Yeah,
are
which,
stupid.
right.
And
It
it's like,
sucks.
and
Yeah.
you don't use screen controls, use this
All
or
right.
something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's basically I don't need to get a Switch or even worry about getting a Steam Deck just yet. You know, it's like I can just pop my phone into this and you know there
That's
I
cool.
go. Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's $99.99, a little bit richer than you know rich for my blood. I would have paid less, you know, because it's like I look at the prices of other controllers. You know, like I would pay maybe $60, $70 for it to be fair, but. You know,
But
it's
it
still
does-
a good piece of tech.
It
you
does
know, it's
everything
like-
you want it to do.
Exactly, and no
it's worth the money
headaches
at
or
that point.
hassle or anything like that. So it's like, yeah, I definitely recommend it. And again, you know, there's this Android version, and then for the iPhone users, they got the iPhone version. So,
Very cool.
Yeah,
So very cool.
pretty much I recommend it. It's,
All right.
pretty good.
Well, there you
toy,
go,
really.
guys. I'll tell you, I'm
Yeah.
seriously thinking about one now.
Mhm.
Is
Pretty
there
cool
any
stuff.
battery in that, or is that just
No
the
battery.
pass-through?
It's like yeah, it's just
Pass-through for the
completely
controller
pass through, and then yeah, you just stick
Okay.
your charger
That's nice,
here,
too.
Alright.
and then
Well, you can still
runs-
charge because I was
Yeah, you
trying
can
to figure
still
out how
charge
you
it
would
through
charge.
Charge your phone.
Not as fast, but you know how it is. I mean,
Right.
that's constant. Otherwise, it's the fact that you can do is pretty cool. And they also have a pass through a 3.5 millimeter jack. So it's like,
That's
That's
yeah.
cool.
That's cool.
yeah, exactly.
For
I
us
mean,
old
I use
school
wireless
fuckers.
earbuds, but still, the fact that they have that as an option is
Yeah.
great. You know,
Yeah.
they don't have that on the Kishi from what I've heard. So
Right.
you know, I think that's a pretty cool feature.
That's nice.
So yeah, it's
Very cool.
pretty cool piece of tech. Yeah.
All right, Scott, what have you been playing?
Well, I've been working on some puzzle games. I've been working on my Tetris 2 skills. You know, I'm a bit of an old school kind of guy. I do all those old style games. Let's see here. I rediscovered a few things on Switch. Speaking of old stuff, thanks to you, in one of your shows last year sometime was Yar's Revenge.
Heck yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yar's Recharged.
Yes,
That's
Yar's
what it was.
Recharged.
It's
It's
really
great.
good.
Well, guess what came out last month? They did Caverns of Mars Recharged.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah. So when I discovered that, I put it on my wish list. I haven't had a chance, but I watched the videos, I watched the gameplay, I watched some reviews. It looks great. I want to get into it. And then Switch was like, "Oh, hey, if you like this, you might like this." And I went, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
All the recharge.
No. They then suggested The Seventh Guest.
Yeah.
That is one of his
The
all-time
Seventh Guest
favorite
on the
games.
Switch.
Because everything is
Yeah.
on the Switch. We say this constantly.
Yeah.
Everything's on the
7th
Switch.
guest and 11th hour, right?
Yes.
The
Yes.
two-
Yes, I still have my original Seventh Guest CDs and DVDs.
Wow.
And 11 thumbs out.
So yeah, I even have the novel.
Nice.
Yeah,
You were into it.
yeah, I really like the
I
series.
think I bought the Seventh Guest because it was like one of the first games
It
that
was- it was
used
the-
my CD-ROM.
One of the first.
It was the first dual disc CD-ROM game
Yeah.
in America, actually.
As I recall,
I have
was
to
that the one that
switch
wouldn't
the
run on a
disc.
single spin? You had to have a double. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Double spin.
My friend,
Yo.
my
I
friend
wish
You
had
had to have a
a
double spin.
Yeah.
You had to have a speed CD-ROM.
Oh my
drive.
God, yes.
One of my
Back
college
in
roommates had a Mac.
1994.
My goodness,
Yeah.
and that's
What?
what it was.
What could that read? 300 kilobytes per second or something lame?
like
Look,
that.
Yeah, it was something
it's
crazy,
like-
yeah,
it's
something like
way
that.
faster than floppy.
Other than that, I've been Heather and I. We just got back from Broadhead, from a retro game store in Broadhead, and where I picked up 4 new Game Gear games.
Sweet.
I'm down to 34 left to complete the North American
Nice.
collection.
Yeah.
And right before that, I picked up at our local disc replay. I found Race America on the NES.
What's that?
It's obviously a racing game.
Yeah, I got that part.
I
but
bet you it takes place in America.
But what number is this?
it'd be
for the collection?
hilarious if it took place in Europe.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Race
Yeah.
America is number 597 for me.
598.
598. That's what it is.
598.
Yes. So that means
It's kind of funny because I'm pretty sure that you're missing about as many Game Gear games as I actually have. That's about what I got.
yeah. With those 4, I think I hit 200. Actually, hold on a
That's
minute.
insane.
Hold on a
I'm
minute.
at about 4.
Oh, yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Collection. I'm
Good
at 201.
Nice.
So beyond that, the only other thing that I've been playing around with lately is I just restarted Dragon Warrior 3 on the Game Boy Color,
Oh, nice.
and I'm about
Which is solid.
That is a
I'm
solid
about
game.
an hour into that. So
An amazingly good game.
yes,
Yeah.
playing that on my GameCube and my SP.
All right, Heather, how about you? What have you been playing?
So I've been deep diving down into the mobile games.
Oh.
So kind of piggybacking off
I
of.
hear Candy Crush is amazing.
I did not.
Just ask my wife.
No. I think I had Candy Crush on a phone at
Ryan,
some
you're
point
fired.
for about 5 minutes and said, "I'm good. Thank you very much."
It's
I'm
all
done."
by default now.
Yeah, I think it just comes standard with
It's
it.
on Windows 10, isn't it, by default
Yeah,
as well?
exactly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So 2 in particular, one of which I've been playing for probably a few months now. This is Storm Shot, Isle of Adventure. It is a resource building game. Land exploration, build out your land, get your resources, attack others. It's actually pretty expansive because you have various guilds. Somehow my guild has folded over about 3 times, and now I'm in a French guild, which makes it real interesting because late at night if I'm playing, they're up and doing their thing, so everybody's on. And of course, that's all in French, so I'm constantly having to look up translations. But it's beautiful because I'm reading things in basically the written equivalent, I think, of cursive. I mean,
learning French.
but it's been a lot of fun. I'm not usually drawn to games that do that. Like, you have to go, you gather your resources, you build up your stuff, everything takes a little bit of time.
But yet you play World of Warcraft.
There's a gazillion things. Well, it's not the this is, you have to keep building up.
Since 04.
But I'm a Civ. I used to love playing like Civilization and things like that way back in the day.
Civ is fun.
So this to me almost kind of
Our
hard.
WoW characters are older than our
Can I
kids.
talk? Drink.
They all
Drink. Shut up and drink.
Shut up and drink.
So one of the very first games I ever played, one of the first systems I actually owned on my own was a Genesis, an original Genesis, and it came with the game Populous.
Oh yeah.
which was if you guys.
And it actually played fairly well on the Genesis.
It was,
Yeah.
and the thing is that
thought it out.
it's one of
Super
those
Nintendo
you need
version was
patience
wacky.
and time, and you just kind of slowly build up your world. And there was something about it that I found very satisfying. And then of course going on to the Civ, the Civilization series and things like that. So this for me is kind of going back to that kind of old school roots of the world building. And I'll jump on in the morning. Get all my resources, spend next thing I know about 2 hours have passed. I've got everything finally done and kind of cleared out, and I let it go for like 12 hours and then come on late at night before I go to bed and I redo everything and get everything set up and I let it go for 12 hours.
And that's what she realizes that I texted her 7 hours prior.
Yeah, whatever. It happens. So that's something I've been playing for several months, and it's a lot of fun. It's very calming. Again, it very much reminds me of the very old school kind of nature of it without a whole lot of demands.
Right, you're right. There's no conflict to
Yeah.
resolve or anything like that.
And-
I mean, minimal conflict.
Right, and you can always get into fights. I mean, there's a ton of things to fight. There, you can go battle each other. You can battle other guilds. You
Great,
can
it's like
battle.
high school.
You can battle other kingdoms. You can. I mean, if you really want to be the dig about it, you can go out and build up your army and just go like decimate things if you want to,
Right.
or you can just spend several hours just kind of building up your own area and building up your doing exploring and everything else. So that's been a lot of fun. The second one that I've jumped into, I found yesterday, and it's a lot of fun. There's it's from Stormshot is from a company called Fun Plus. So I have Android, so it's very easy to find. It was free to download. Obviously, there's a shit ton of micro transactions that you can get in on, as with any of these games. But you can play for free without having to spend anything. As long as you're patient, a little bit of patient, you can do it. It's great. The other one I found yesterday, it's actually a pack. It's called Adventure Escape Mysteries. This is from Haiku Games. And what drew me to this is that one of it's a clue or find the clues based games, figure out the puzzles, and I always love a good puzzle game. And they actually have one of the games that they offer in the pack is Clue. So they've taken the board game and actually put it together as
You
an
put
actual.
Tim Curry in your phone?
No,
I hope so.
I will.
That would be epic.
I want Tim Curry. I want to pocket Tim Curry. Just take him with me everywhere.
I'm your singing telegram.
That
I'm
sounds
your
really happy.
So that's how it started. I just thought it was just a game. It turns out it was a whole pack of games. They have a whole line of them all together in this one pack. Clue's one of them. The second, once I kind of fiddled with that, I blew through it because I needed to be able to do this. It drew me in. Very much reminiscent of like Seventh Guest and whatnot. Everything's touchscreen.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Again,
You guys should have seen how ecstatic she was when she found out that we had for the Oculus.
Yeah,
I
that was missed. That's something different.
I got her missed for the Oculus.
Nice.
The second,
Oculus.
Yeah,
so
Oculus. Ooh, that's good.
once I finished with the first round of Clue, then I've moved on to, it's basically World War II. You play, there's a husband and wife team, and you go back and forth on each chapter who you're playing. You're trying to find these two scientists and get them out of Nazi Germany, and I'm kind of in the midst of that. So, again, it's one of those you get so far. You can play for free. Again, there's microtransactions if you want to, but not nearly as many
I
as.
thought you were saying marriage was World War II.
Well, it can be. It can
definitely
be.
has microtransactions.
Definitely
lots
has
of
microtransactions.
Definitely those.
But it's a lot of fun. If you like kind of those, the puzzles, looking at the picture, trying to figure everything out. It's very simple. It's again, it's all touchscreen based. This is from with Haiku Games. So far, the ones I've played, just those two, I'm really enjoying. Something very simple, simplistic, but the puzzles are not easy. You really kind of have to do some thinking. You might have to work. I've actually grabbed the walkthrough. I've linked to a walkthrough that I found online to help me with one or two because they're damn tough.
Okay.
I am not patient, but some of them you can pick up pretty quickly. It's been a lot of fun. I think they've done pretty well with what the type of setup that they're doing with just on the phone.
Nice.
So those are the two I'm deep diving into.
Tom, what about you?
So I got a backstory to go with this. So
Yay, Vita.
Jada Vita.
as you guys know, we were in Japan in December. I'm still on my PSPs
And
too.
you did
So we were in
take
Japan in
a
December, and
flip,
I
you-
wanted a Vita for a while.
You did what I did.
Yeah.
You put the charger port on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
yeah, I love
told
that
you I
thing.
love these things.
That
so-
was the best.
But so
Alright.
I actually found a really good deal at one of the stores we stopped at. We were all wandering around and we were, what was the
You
area
may wish to
again?
explain to your viewers that the Vita was
Oh, in
10
Japan.
times more popular in Japan than
Yeah,
it ever was
it's,
here.
what wasn't that shopping area we were in?
I don't know.
Not Shinjuku.
We were just in
Not
Tokyo
Shinjuku.
somewhere.
But we were in Tokyo.
Akihabara.
Akihabara.
Is it?
Yeah, that was Akihabara. Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
How
so-
did that stick in my head?
So we all did a whole bunch of video game shopping there, and I actually bought a couple systems. Ryan bought a couple systems.
I bought Leica games.
You bought Leica games, yeah. So we all bought some stuff when we were in
Should have
Japan.
bought light guns.
So, but this has been sitting on my bench since then
I did
because
buy one.
I have so much fucking copious spare time, and so I did want to mod it because as you know, the Vita store is closed down a while back. So the Vita, you can buy some physical games for it, but the store without the store, it's not as much use. So I was gonna mod it, and I just really had time. And Ryan hooked me up with an extra one of the genuine Vita internal memory, and then I also bought the SD adapter so that I could put a large SD in it as well.
You have to have it modded to do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
'cause it won't read it.
It won't read it, no. Tell you right now, the mod has gotten so easy. You don't even have to hook it to a PC anymore. You literally go to browse to this website with the browser on here, unlock my Vita, and it unlocks your Vita and downloads everything onto it.
Yeah, security
Well,
doesn't last long.
if they're not supporting it anymore,
Well,
then
and-
why does PlayStation care?
Exactly, and they don't care. So
Or Sony?
So Sony doesn't care. Yeah, so it was really a cakewalk to do it, and again the Vita.
That could actually be a great marketing ploy. I never even really thought about it. I mean, like, if the parent company no longer cares about its product because it's not supporting
They
it,
should unlock it.
because
Be their
like,
last update.
the parent company's like, oh, we've been supporting this for 11 years now. We're going to shut down our stores.
But-
Here's the notice. Guess what? Afterwards, we don't care anymore.
If more companies would do that,
Yeah, they can't speak for the third party, but they could unlock the machine and say, "Look, you can put."
Yeah, you can do what you can do with it
Yeah.
whatever
Right.
you want to now.
So
Wouldn't that be great, Nintendo?
I was gonna
Sorry.
say Nintendo is not like that.
No,
yeah,
no,
Nintendo's
no,
not like that.
ever.
So there's
No.
something called Vita DB that it puts on your system as well, and it's just a bunch of games you can download for it. Most of them are homebrews and hacks, but it's got some other stuff on there too.
I should try that with my PS TV. I wonder
It-
if it'll hack that.
It does actually. Yeah, they said it will work on that. So one of the first games I put on here was Quake Arena 3.
Oh, there you
Nice.
go. There you go.
It looks gorgeous on this thing. And
because the
Quake-
screen's great.
It's got it does.
Even the ones without the OLED look great.
No,
It's great.
the screen is absolutely gorgeous. I mean,
Is
They
this
got a
the
great
one
screen.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's the original one. Right?
Yeah, that's got the best
Not
screen.
not the second one.
no, that's right. That's the original.
Yeah, that's got the
Vita.
best screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the original Vita. So yes, I again got such a great deal on it because, like Scott said, they were like 10 times more popular in Japan. So you can find them at resale shops,
Yeah.
reasonably priced.
Or you can buy them here on eBay for twice the cost.
Yeah, exactly. I only paid like $70 for that,
It's not bad.
and
That's
it,
why I bought my memory card over there.
and it's in really good condition to boot.
And I'm like, well, here's this one.
Yeah, so you give me his old memory card, which worked out great because again, I got that all hacked up and finally got a chance to play with it. It's literally been sitting since we got back, like mid-December. We got back from our tour in Japan.
That's a
And
sad thing for
It was
Vita to do.
sad. We had MGC
I love
and
the
we
Vita.
had the
Yeah.
CypherCon and we had the holidays and just everything has been nonstop. And speaking of nonstop, don't forget, guys, in less than 3 weeks we're going to be at CorksCon.
Yep.
Ooh, do I have some surprises for that too? So so we got to get ready for that. So yes, I've been playing some Quake Arena, which I loved Quake Arena. I forgot how much I loved it, and then put it on here. I was like, oh man, and it looks good on that. It plays. The controls are really tight on that. So
I think
Yeah,
it is good.
great.
Yeah,
Like, I didn't realize how much they had added to the Vita. Like, the back is touch sensitive as well as the front.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Or whatever it's like. Or,
it was
Is
a
it
genius
touchscreen?
device.
Like, no.
It really was. It's
Wait,
too
it's
bad.
not
It's too bad it
touchscreen,
never
right?
took off here in America.
it
The
should have.
back
It
is-
really
the-
should have.
the
They
back
did
is
such
So
a
game
good job
release,
on it.
I blame their game releases. They had a lot of great games later on, but it was
Yeah,
too
so
late. They
mine's-
botched like every major game
Yeah.
release, and that was the problem. Well, obviously Uncharted was great,
Yeah, yours
Let's-
is in great condition.
but
Yeah, this one's in really good shape.
Mine's
too.
all
Not
like,
enough to
all
say
the other
about it.
stuff they messed up.
See, I've always wondered
But it's-
nowadays. I mean, since the 3DS shop is done now,
Yeah.
as of March.
Yeah.
So, I don't think Nintendo is ever going to go back to a separate handheld.
I doubt it.
No, why
But-
would they?
But if they don't, eventually the other two are going to have to come to Nintendo's level. Because eventually players will want more mobility of what Nintendo has that Sony and Microsoft don't.
Yeah.
I'm worried that the actual consoles days are starting to. Like, it's hard, man. Steam is really eating,
Yeah.
and that market's starting to heat up. With there's not just the Steam Deck anymore.
But by the time
It's not just the
by the
GPU
time the next
anymore.
PlayStation comes out, I can't imagine anybody wanting a home console that isn't.
Something they can pick up and go with.
Yeah.
You liked it? Thank you very much.
I like
Threw that in nicely.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's streamlining.
Yeah, good.
And tonight's episode is brought to you by Pick Up and Go Games. Oh wait,
Well, get the website.
pickupandgogames.com.
All right.
No.
Yes.
Pickupandgo.games.
It,
It goes over. Yes,
it's
I know.
cross-linked.
You can also go to our website and take a look on the top right-hand corner of the screen.
Right there.
See
There's a
the
link
company.
right there. You can click on it and
Ding,
get
ding.
right to their
Hey.
website.
Yep, right where he says.
All
No
right.
incest relationship there.
No, not at all. All right. Hey, so that's what. So yeah. So I've been playing that. Like I said, I really love.
I mean, could you imagine Microsoft doing a portable?
Yeah, I actually could.
I could see it, but I don't
But
know.
they're so far behind in
Why
the
would they
market
bother
now.
though? I mean, they don't really make
because
hardware.
because,
They make
because if they
one.
don't, they'll be left in the dust eventually.
Oh, you mean the Xbox is a portable? That would be great. They're so cross-play though. It's like so much of the Xbox stuff is available on PC. You can play it on Steam Deck. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
But you
And you
can.
can play
Yeah.
it. Asus is launching a handheld. Alienware arguably might be launching a handheld. It disappeared, but we don't know. It's a UFO. It's called the UFO. It could be.
It
It
could
could
just
be out in
hovering.
space right now, hovering. It could be cloaked.
Nice.
Could be cloaked.
It's right up there with Elon's Ferrari.
Yeah.
It's up there. It's right
Or
next to
convertible, whatever the hell's
it's
floating
gonna
in
be
space.
it's gonna be an interesting market coming up, and it's hard to say what's gonna really break through.
Yeah, you know,
because-
so here's the thing. I thought VR would break through better, and it looked like it was going to for a bit there, and now all of a sudden I've seen a waning interest in that.
And that's because of everything that I want to blame Mark Zuckerberg mostly for that.
Okay.
Obviously, his promotion is
You
his
blame him for
headsets and
everything.
stuff like that. But on top of that, him weighing so much on the metaverse and
Yeah.
how we're all going to use the metaverse. We all are going to get headsets and we're all going to work in the
no,
metaverse. and everything
it's
else.
like no, we're not.
And it's like, in the fact, yeah, and then, like, I did read a couple articles recently saying that how the rise of AI recently has killed the metaverse.
Really?
Yeah, all hail to our AI overlords, praise be, because, you know, like, have you heard any promotions or even bitching about the metaverse recently?
No.
No.
Because
You haven't
who
heard
cares?
anything?
Good question.
There was a lot of bitching about it. Now nobody's saying anything about
Yeah,
it. Dead
nobody's
silence.
right. No,
Something
no.
that he threw billions and billions of dollars said we're all going to be using it. Suddenly, nothing.
Right.
Zero.
He
Crickets.
was ready for
Crickets.
everyone to go Ready
Yeah.
Player One and
Exactly.
just
Exactly.
go to the Oasis.
And then you
Choose
actually
from-
get exactly, and then you actually play as opposed to the actual product itself, where you get on there, it's garbage, even worse than Rec Room, and it's just nothing
Which
but
reminds me,
abuse.
we need to reset yours
Yeah, I was gonna
because
say that.
that thing's.
Yes, I
was
know.
gonna say, the last few times I've been on Facebook, it's like there's a post by somebody. Add.
Yeah.
Oh, there's somebody else I know.
I'm seeing ads for the only ads I've been seeing
Just random
from
ads.
Meta on Facebook are for games that were released last year,
Wow.
Yeah.
like Bone, like the Boneworks sequel. It's like they're
That
still
was it.
advertising
I
that.
saw it.
Well, now that all of
That's
our
from
now
last
that you've
summer.
said it and all of our devices have picked up on it,
Yeah.
transmitting
No,
that,
no,
you know,
No,
across
there was
the
something a couple of days ago.
I think game
What
development
was it
for
a couple of
the
days ago
meta,
that happened?
for at least the Quest
Don't know.
line has been kind of slow.
Yeah.
But
I
saw
think
an
it's
ad
just
for-
it's one way of playing a game, and I think
After I
they
was talking
expect
about
it
it
to
the
take
night
over. The
before.
problem is, people still like a
I
screen.
know,
It's
but
just
that's been
like
going on for years.
Yeah.
Super
I know.
Nintendo style graphics, that flat 2D cartoony style.
Are
It's
still
still
popular
around.
as heck.
Still
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
There's still
It's
major
still
games
around.
that get released with
They're
it.
still making new games for
It's the
stuff.
same thing.
Yeah.
They just thought they were going to take over a whole market, which was a
They thought
silly
they
thing
would,
to
yeah.
think.
And I think, with, especially with VR, I mean, I have an Oculus Quest 1,
Mhm.
and the 2 is, there are pros and cons from what I understand from people who have had both the first gen and second gen.
Yeah, no tracking
Versions.
cameras is nice.
Mhm.
Not having
But the problem with the
external
headset and
cameras
everything
is
is one of the problems I always had with it is that after a point, I mean, first of all, you have to keep it so tight
Yeah, you
it
do.
does start to hurt, and it gets very heavy. And yes, you could put.
Depending
They
on
have
the strap
battery.
that you use.
They have battery packs and stuff you can, that helped offset it. But still, now you're like weighing.
Now you're
yourself
on an inch shorter.
Right. So I think VR at this point is great. I mean, like he said, when I had Myst, being able to walk into that world versus playing it on a screen
Right.
is a huge difference. It's amazing. But as long as the equipment is still as in the bulky stages that it's in, until
Yeah.
that gets thinner, lighter, streamlined
Mhm.
a bit, so you can wear it longer without feeling it,
Right.
that's where it's going to be. Because I can sit down at a laptop, I can sit down with my phone, I can sit
For
down
hours
on,
and hours.
for hours and
Yeah.
hours and hours, and I will continue to play, and I'm great with that.
Well,
But
that's
that-
the whole aspect onto
That
itself.
VR aspect, that
Sit
VR
down.
gear, if you put that rig on,
Standing in a rig.
it within an hour,
My
hour and a
legs
half,
hurt.
I'm feeling it. Within 2 hours, it's like it's
That's
got
right.
to go. And I have that. You'll have that, those lines on the face and everything else. So, that's
Honey,
it.
the lines on your face aren't caused by that.
No, they're caused by you and the kids. So, if VR, if whether it's Meta or another developer out there really wants to take VR to the next level and make it really worthwhile, make it, take it, make it more
They're
mainstream.
gonna have to make it smaller.
They're going to
Yeah.
have to fix the gear that you wear. Once they can do that, then I think now we're talking. It'll have, right, but don't let it die.
Once equipment,
Fix it.
once
Yeah.
equipment can basically get to the '90s wraparound sunglasses that we had. You
Yeah.
remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When you can get equipment to that level,
Or even somewhere close to it.
even
Yeah.
double that thick, triple that thickness,
Yeah.
then we're talking living in a
Yeah.
metaverse.
Yeah,
Or we need
that's
to
why there's
evolve
a lot
thicker
more
necks.
hope in augmented reality these days.
Yeah.
A lot of people are into tech. They're like, well, we're more hopeful about AR.
Trust me,
and
I've got
that's-
one,
yeah.
Rob. It's not as cracked
And
up.
AR is great, but again,
I got,
it's
I got a 22 and a half inch neck.
Putting
It's
a
not as cracked up as
Button
you
up
think.
shirt
it
on sucks.
is. Yeah. I gotta go. You know how much dress shirts cost me?
No.
Like $85 fucking dollars.
All right, so Rob, now that we've kind of stretched that out, what have you been playing?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I did have some. Oh, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, I've been playing playing the Steam Deck quite a bit, and I was playing a lot. I came back to No Man's Sky, which is an amazing game. If you play
Yeah, I've
it,
heard
it's
of it.
like
The-
the lead on asteroids on steroids
Oh,
on
No Man's
asteroids.
Sky.
It's on steroids. You can land on planets, you can shoot things up, you can mine, you can build a house. Oh my god, I'm still building wooden houses and I have a spaceship. But we're not going to get onto that. You can visit space stations, you can go explore
So it's realistic.
quests. You can do like everything, yeah, pretty much. like piece of shit 2x4.
I actually did hear the first iteration of that game.
Was weak.
Had a lot of potential, but then people kind of went, "Oh,
Yeah, it got
Oh.
They really spent a lot of time fixing it. They
Well, that's good,
expanded
that's
and
good.
expanded and expanded until it's an amazing game. So I was playing on my Steam Deck, which is pretty amazing. You're playing this on a handheld, and on medium to high settings, it gets about 35 to 40 frames per second.
oh, good. You mean
And,
still faster than the human eye can track."
I sensed some lagging, so I did what the sensible person does. I bought another gaming laptop so I can play it on a gaming laptop, which is smart, right?
Right,
And
right.
I realized, Rage 2 has some expansion packs, which I finished Rage 2. I love that game, by the way. I can play that now because you can't play it on the Steam Deck. It's just not a game you can play. For whatever reason, it doesn't work with it. So I started playing some Rage 2 again, and I'm playing it on Steam instead of playing it on its original. I can't remember what game platform I had it on, but I'm replaying it, and boy, it's just as magic as it was the first time, man. There's just so much. You know what's right with that? Everything. It is so right. The shooting feels good. The racing. I don't know if anybody nobody played the original Rage, but the racing was dead on because they have
I
racing
played
going on.
Primal Rage in 1995.
Yeah, no racing in that
Oh, okay.
actually.
No.
Yeah, no dinosaurs in racing cars. But the racing, it was dead on. It was just like playing a racing game when you're playing it. This is still pretty close, so you can have a nice racing career if you want in the wastelands, which is a little weird, but whatever. So I'm revisiting
Gotta make a
it.
living.
I haven't even gotten onto the expansion stuff because I'm still growing my character. But if you don't know, Rage 2 is a post-apocalyptic wasteland game. You know, it's Fallout except screw VATS. Basically, it's Fallout, fuck VATS, and it's a little bit more done for comedy. It's got a lot of comedy going on, so it's pretty good. I like it. Enjoyable, you know. And No Man's Sky is too.
Yeah, No Man's Sky is. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
That's good.
yeah,
You mentioned that, and I
that's-
was like, oh, should we visit that one? So.
oh yeah, No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so worth playing.
I
It is
know,
so
I
good.
played it again.
It's so good.
Is
Anything
it
about
on,
getting
is it
back
on every
into it,
system?
Pretty
I mean,
much.
No Man's
every
Sky's on
platform,
pretty much
yeah.
every platform,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
I
on
heard
every
they
platform.
fixed up the VR, so I might try it again.
That's
Ooh.
Yeah.
they
No Man's
fix
Sky and-
everything.
No Man's
That's
Sky in VR.
that's what's
They
great about
had
them.
VR, but it wasn't that great.
They haven't been
Opinion,
charging
yeah, they
either
had
for
to- you had to
expansions.
download
which is
mods,
nice.
so
That's
they were
cool.
That's
You just buy the damn game and keep
We need to
playing.
log back into our WoW characters.
yeah, we do.
They're older than your children.
Yeah,
So that's
because
Rage
they are
2.
older than our
Alright.
children.
And
Good call.
and
They are.
and No Man's
No
Sky,
Man's Sky, good
which
call.
I've been playing
both
quite a
of
bit of.
us. Okay, so yeah, that was a good discussion of.
I think mine have.
I think-
Well, you've been playing. That's
yeah,
Alliance.
and some good suggestions, people. And hey, Rachel, your laptop's fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get
Damn
it back
it.
tomorrow morning.
Damn it. Your
Don't break it
laptop's
again.
fixed. Damn it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so Rob, what do we got coming up?
We got CorgsCon coming up. That's a big.
That's-
Let's.
That's like under 3 weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna be there.
Where's
Full
that
course.
That
Pretty
is in
much.
Columbus, Ohio.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, so
I'll
we
be-
are taking the G2B gang on the road. Going to be in Columbus for we'll be there for the weekend, but the show only runs on Saturday. If you haven't gotten tickets, grab your tickets for that. Check us out. We got some new surprises coming up that we're going to be bringing.
For
to the
somebody who
show.
doesn't know, when is it again?
It is
Did you say-
November 10th.
November?
May.
I'm sorry,
May.
May 10th.
May 10th. So it's a week
What's
after.
that?
It's just one day.
Hold on. I got to check the day.
So
I gotta check
it's
the
the
day.
week
Yeah, it
after.
is a Saturday.
It's the week after.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ren Fair.
Right.
It's gonna be May.
Maybe you're leaving on the 10th. but-
Yeah, I think we're leaving on
but
the
it's
10th.
the
Let me
13th.
take a
Oh,
look
yeah,
at the
maybe it's
calendar.
It's the 12th.
Something like that.
We're the worst promoters.
We are really bad.
Let me
I
ask.
won't be out till Columbus till Oregon.
It's the 13th.
Okay.
13th.
Corks is on the 13th.
May 13th.
No,
My
I'll
daughter's
I'll
birthday's
escalate.
the
All right,
12th,
this-
so I do. It's the 13th because it's the day after.
All right, 13th. Damn it.
Yeah,
CorgsCon. You should go because it's gonna be fun.
Stop in and say hi to us. And
Yeah, we only go to the fun stuff.
Thank you. We only go to the cool
I'm looking
cons
forward
And
to
they let
this
us
one.
leave
Me
the
too.
state.
Yeah.
every once in a while.
There we go.
I
A little bit of Wisconsin with you,
I just
always.
bypassed this for the weekend and we're good to go.
Those
This is
CyberCon guys really
I
helped
wish
out.
I
They
could be.
sure
I
did.
wish I could be at the cool cons.
They sure did. Thank you guys from CypherCon. I
This
didn't
is
know-
every
I didn't
episode.
know that would work.
Oh, for the love of God.
You're Scott Lang. You just put it on your aunt buddy.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
This is every episode is brought to you by Lionheart Racing. All the joys of racing without the rubber hot dogs. You can check them out at www.guysgamesandbeer.net. Take a look on the top right-hand corner of the screen, along with Pick Up and Go Games, by the way. And then you can click right through. Get yourself a racing or get yourself a game. Those are your choices. I recommend one in a tin if you're going to Pick Up and Go Games, by the way.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, and again, you know, better yet,
Altoids like
better yet, go
Yes.
go watch a race, and then afterwards, go pick up a game at the same time.
Mhm.
There you
You know,
go.
you can just make a night of it.
That's right.
All right, so
And you can put it in an Altoids tin and swap them, and then hand out tins in that one, and then forget it. Anyways. I don't know.
all right, hey, let's take this out, Rob. Finish it up.
Yeah, this show's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It was a good show tonight.
That's
So,
it.
We'll talk to y'all later. Have a great week. See you at
Later.
CorgsCon. Bye.
Explode, damn
Guys,
it!
games, and
All
beer.
right. Dude, every time I shut this thing down,
That's
like
what
I
she
get this,
said.
like,
Explode, damn you.
screw it.
Waits for you.
It's done.
Now.
Pro